Hey guys, Tearless here inside Ashran. I would like to elaborate and explain a little bit more what is coming to Ashran in patch 6.2 for Warlords of Draenor. There are two major changes that are being brought to Ashran that I believe will improve Ashran greatly. It's going to kind of turn it back into a PvP-centric atmosphere since the Warlords of Draenor released to now. Ashran has kind of fallen apart into a place where both factions kind of ignore each other, and that's not really how Ashran was designed. It was designed to be a battleground which you constantly were fighting, Horde versus Alliance. So they've made changes to make this better. So the first change coming to Ashran is what you are seeing before you, and that is, this is the new area. This is the Ashran Excavation. This is very large. It starts at the mine right outside the Alliance base or the Horde base. It's been closed up before, but now it is open. And you can go down in there, and on each side there will either be Alliance or Horde Guardians, kind of as a starter area. But if an event is coming on, because there will be a new event in this area, you will see these ghostly Arakoa. So this is a large area. I would say it increases the size of Ashran anywhere from 30 to 50%. It's really a large area down here. So what you can do down here is basically, besides just fighting, and there's bonus objectives, besides fighting Alliance versus Horde, there is an event down here known as Apexis Marks, and all of these ghost Arakoa will appear, and you will destroy them and collect marks from them. And once your side, either Alliance or Horde, has collected 50 marks, they will be able to take those marks to the center of this excavation where Rookmaz is, standing by a lost Titan relic, and he will take your marks and add them to your team total. And the goal is to reach 50, and that is how you will win this event. Little bit different from the others, but not too much. It really will. There's not enough Arakoa to where the sides can just ignore each other. So I do believe you're going to be seeing a lot of fighting between the two Alliance. You're going to be seeing a lot of fighting between Alliance versus Horde, just to make sure that they get the marks the fastest. And right here you can see I'm at the very center right here where everyone meets, and it is a very large area. As I pull up the map, in the bottom right hand corner, that is an area that does not have any Apexis Marks. So the only place you can find the Apexis Marks are in the very center, and then the Horde entrance area and the Alliance entrance area. So really the two sides will be really duking it out just to get every single Arakoa spawn that comes up, and I think this will be a fun event to play. And it will add in addition to the other events that are up, so there will be a total of 5 events in Ashran when 6.2 goes live. Now the other areas, you will see them as I continue to explore, but inside Ashran Excavation there is a large area in the bottom right that has PvE mobs, and it has another rare mob down there. I will show it to you later. And then the top left is where you turn in your marks, your Apexis Marks. Now as you notice, I'm actually getting faster and faster as I'm moving through this. Blizzard did this to kind of compensate for the fact that you do not have a mount down in the mines, and this is a very large mine. So as you kill enemies inside this mine, you will gain a stacking buff that goes up to 10, and it will make you faster and faster. And this buff goes away when you turn in your marks to Rookmaz. But that is everything dealing with the Ashran Excavation and the Apexis Marks. What really is going to change Ashran is going to be the reward changes that are coming. Now, before, every time you completed an event, you were granted Conquest for each one of those events. It didn't always start out like that. Originally, it was you would get Conquest from defeating either High Warlord Volrath or Grand Marshal Tremblade, and the side events really didn't give you that much. Now, Conquest from defeating any type of event or any boss has been taken out completely. All of the events and Grand Marshal Tremblade and High Warlord Volrath will only give you honor. They will not even give you, the two bosses will not even give you a Gleaming Ashmal Strongbox. Nothing. Instead, Blizzard has put in quests to compensate for this. And this is where it's really going to change. First quest is going to be just a weekly quest, and it's slay them all, and it's kill 200 enemy players, and it will give you, I believe, 200 conquest. It hasn't really been put in the game yet, but it says 200 honor, and I know it's supposed to be conquest, so it should be 200 conquest that you get from that, and it'll be a weekly quest. The second quest is another weekly quest. You get it one time a week, and what it will require you to do is you have to defeat Grand Marshal Tremblade if you're Horde, or High Warlord Volrath if you're Alliance, and you will have to go through and be victorious in 4 or 5 of the events in all of Ashran. Yeah. It says 4 in the game, and then it says 5 in their blog, so I'm not quite sure which one it is, but it will be one of those 2. So you're required to go through and be victorious in any 4 or 5 of these events. It doesn't matter if you do 4 of the same one or 5 of the same one. It doesn't matter. You just have to be victorious in them. And so with those victories and you defeating Grand Marshal Tremblade or High Warlord Volrath, you will be able to turn that in, and you will get a Gleaming Ashmail Strongbox, and then you will also get 500 Conquest. Now this will be a repeatable daily quest, so it starts off as a weekly quest, and then you'll be able to continue to do it as a daily quest. So throughout the week you could, I believe, if you get that quest every single week as a weekly, you could get up to 4,000 conquest in a week. If not, you can only get up to 3,500 conquest from Ashran in a week. That of course excludes the 200 conquest that you will get for the killing 200 players throughout the week. So total you'll get either 3,700 or 4,200 depending on whether or not you get that extra weekly quest. So the only thing left that I need to explain about Ashran that will be changing in patch 6.2 is Blizzard is changing some of the events so that they last a little bit longer. Right now there are times in which events begin and then they finish before everyone gets there. So to fix this, they've now changed event collect empowered ore to require 20 ore, up from 10, and event rise in spirits to now require 20 as opposed to 10. So both of those have been doubled. And then the stadium racing event now requires 5 laps to win the race, up from 3, and the maximum speed of a racer now can only reach 300% increase as opposed to 500% increase. And this is to, extend the duration of the events, just to make sure that they last longer and people can actually get to the events before they are already completed. So everything that has been changed in Ashran regarding reward changes and the event lengths has all been done to just increase the amount of PvP activity that we see out in Ashran. Events will now occur more frequently, and so with events occurring more frequently, you now have people kind of spread out trying to do different events and do different things. There will be kind of a split within your faction, people who only have to defeat Grand Marshal Tremblade or High Warlord Volrath will be pushing for that, and then people who only need to finish their quests will be pushing for, finishing that. So there will be that divide within your own faction of trying to finish certain events and, accomplishments to get their quest for the day. And I believe it's going to cause a lot more PvP to occur, and you're going to see a lot less people just, streaming around in one little block and just doing events like they've been doing before, because now they actually have to, Grand Marshal Tremblade and High Warlord Volrath are not necessarily something that you can just show up and immediately do like you can the events. It takes a lot of effort, so you're going to see that split between the two. The only other small thing that I need to mention about Ashran is that when you enter Ashran now, you will be automatically put into a raid, so you cannot queue from a raid into Ashran. You have to actually be out of a raid so that when you enter Ashran, it will automatically put you into a raid. That's just a small little detail. Otherwise, that is everything coming to Ashran in 6.2. I really do think it'll make a difference and it'll become more enjoyable. Otherwise, that is everything. I will talk to you guys in a later video. Tearless out.